Fiverr contacted me about a month ago asking if I'd do another sponsored video. Fiverr and I have partnered numerous times in the past, including videos about making a quick game in the Gato engine, and 2 videos that produce some custom Gato logo and 3D model versions of the Gato mascot. You can still get those, by the way, on my Patreon. This time around, I wanted to think about the game that I'm making, which is Children of Kronos, and I'll be the first to admit visual art is not my forte. I have created my own Steam assets and I like them, but they don't really communicate what the game is about. Steam assets can be one of the most important parts of marketing your game. The Steam graphical assets come in a number of different sizes and purposes. You have the header capsule, which appears at the top of your page on your store, the main capsule, which appears at the top of your front page in the featured and recommended carousels, the vertical capsule, which appears at the top of the front page during different sales. These assets have to be configured carefully because there are different rules for different assets, and those rules have to be followed if you want your Steam page to be approved. And so I thought it would be a good opportunity to test the use of Fiverr to make some custom Steam assets. First off, there are a lot of different categories on the Fiverr website. There isn't a specific category for game assets, but you're probably looking at character design or something within the game art category. If you type in Steam capsule or asset design, you'll get a decent list. The main challenge with using a freelancing website like Fiverr is you have to know what you're looking for. Obviously, if someone has a thumbnail and they're using Star Wars Outlaws or No Man's Sky as examples of work, that's probably not someone you want to go for. There are also a lot of different styles on here. For my game, I was thinking about something that represented a retro FPS game, and that would be along the lines of Quake, Doom, Half-Life, and even the modern interpretations of the retro FPS genre. Knowing a style, you can look for an artist that matches that style. In the end, I came across a couple of different options that I really liked. I will say that there was quite a disparity on pricing. There were some that were much higher than others, and then some that were very, very low at the $20 range. I wouldn't mess with anything in the low end. You're not going to get something that's going to be useful, and who knows where it's coming from. Once you get into the upper range of that, you might find people like this user or this user that have a good number of reviews. They have orders in the queue, which means they're obviously working on something. And you'll even sometimes get the Vetted Pro, which is a unique distinction that can be given by Fiverr. Now, personally, I'm very wary of having anything to do with AI. I don't want any assets created by AI. My game doesn't use AI. That's a personal preference for me. And luckily, there is some distinction on Fiverr to help you out here. On some profiles, you'll get a message about preferences or concerns regarding the use of AI tools. And in my communications with some of these providers, if I did ask if they use AI, they were pretty honest about whether or not they used it and how they used it. That's just something you have to think about for yourself, whether or not you want to utilize that tool. In the end, I came upon one provider that I really thought matched the illustrated design I was going for, while also clearly was doing their own work. After communicating a little bit about what I needed, we were ready to go. We started with a trial project of $150 for 10-day delivery. I provided some rough mock-ups to give an idea of what I was looking for. So Children of Kronos is a retro FPS that is heavily inspired by Greek mythology, but it's a mixture of Greek mythology with this pseudo AI zombie thing that I can't really talk about too much yet, but for the Steam asset, I wanted a Greek-style warrior with glowing eyes, something that was really menacing. And one thing I really liked about the process was that there was a lot of back and forth and communication about certain decisions. We went through a number of different iterations where I was given a number of choices to pick from and decide what direction we wanted to go in, as well as offer my own feedback. And honestly, it was a really great experience working with this individual. They did a really good job of communicating. We did have to extend the project a couple of times, but in the end, I felt it was very worth it, and I'm very happy with the end result. Now, as I requested, I wanted to take this myself and put it within the different Steam asset sizes and also handle the font design alone. But the illustration and the drawing, I never would have gotten there. So a few things if you're interested in using Fiverr to help you with your Steam game asset visuals. One, know what kind of art style you're looking for. If you're not looking for pixel art and you start asking people that do pixel art, you're just wasting your time and their time, and you're not going to end up with something that you like. 2, vet the person that you're hiring. You can communicate as much as you want before you hire someone. And as always with these types of negotiations, you have to make your expectations clear. It's just better for everybody involved. And if you need to later on have a dispute about what was delivered and you can go back to what you had agreed on and it doesn't match up, that's going to be helpful for you. 3, a lot of these providers have different tiers of services, and my recommendation would be to start small and go with a lower tier, get an idea of how they work and what they can provide, and then you can always add on to the project like I did if you're happy with how it's going in the first place. All in all, I'm very happy with my experience on Fiverr. My provider did an excellent job on what I was asking for, and I'm excited to make some changes to it and get it up on the Steam page and keep moving forward. Thank you to Fiverr for sponsoring this video. You can check out Fiverr with the link in the description. There's tons of other categories that you can look at, from game art design, game music, even coding help. If you're looking to outsource some of your work, check it out, follow my rules, and as always, keep creating.